y'all, this is Tamika, the face behind Hey HR. If you want to know how you can make your virtual new hire orientation just a tad bit more interesting, a little fun, then guess what? Keep watching. Now y'all, we are sitting in a time where we thought that this whole COVID situation was behind us. But now we have the Delta variant and it's making us kind of get a little nervous, right? So now we're wondering, should we go back and let folks work from home? Or should we sit here and just say,
hey, just wear your mask. Make sure that you wash your hands. Make sure that you social distance.
Listen, is that going to be safe for us for a variant that we know is affecting both vaccinated and unvaccinated people? So if you guys definitely want to know how to make this whole thing work, or guess what? I'm just going to take the safe side and let folks continue to do new hire orientation from home, then this video will definitely help you with some ideas. First thing I'm going to tell you guys is always start yourself by making sure that that new hire orientation is a little fuzzy, lighthearted. Don't make it such a difficult day because I'm going to tell you that your new hires are already nervous. If you're hiring folks that truly care about this position, that truly intend to stay, that truly intend to make this job their career, then they're already nervous. They're already having a hard day. They already are a little bit on pins and needles about how the day is going to go. So all you have to do is start it on a lighthearted note. What I would do is first send a gift card, a Starbucks gift card. Obviously, Starbucks is everywhere. So send a Starbucks gift card, a virtual one, and make sure that they go ahead and get their favorite coffee on the company's dime. It shouldn't cost that much. You're going to give yourself a range anyhow. I would say, depending on how many new hires you have, give yourself that limit and say, okay, everyone can get one coffee. You want to send this email or this letter in the mail or what have you long in advance so that they have it before new hire orientation starts. That way they can go to Starbucks, get their coffee, and what you're going to do is start with a coffee and chat session. Make it a lighthearted one. Ask them how was their weekend. The first person that talks about their weekend, they should guide the conversation for the others. If no one can start it, then you start it. Make sure that you make it more interesting for them. Tell them how great your weekend was or how rough your weekend was. To be honest with you, most people are starting with a bad note and they started with a rough day. So I would say, go ahead and let them know some of the things that threw you off for your weekend. But let them know how you're energized and you're excited because you're so excited to see them and you're so excited for their start and that you wanted to come in and make sure that this is a comfortable start for them. Now, if you haven't seen my video all about how to do a virtual new hire orientation, then definitely check it out. You can click here and I'll have it at the end of this video. But I'm going to tell you that even in the comments on that video, I already gave some suggestions there too. And I want you guys to look at that. That'll give you a structure for it. But what it'll also do is give you an idea of what other challenges other folks are having. So look in the comments, comment if you like, let me know what else I can suggest because I have tons of ideas. Now, the next thing that's probably the most obvious is make sure that you do a Q&A session. Don't just do one. Make sure that you're doing it in between each presentation. I would go ahead and throw out some company questions so that you can see how much have they researched about the company, how much do they know about their position, how much do they know about their team. And for each person that gets that right, what I want you to do is give them a gift. Obviously, you're going to acknowledge them during new hire orientation and let them know, hey, good job, so-and-so got it right. But the first thing I would actually want you to do is put out a laundry list or a catalog of different items that they can have for free. Obviously, I want those to be company logo items. So if that's an umbrella, if that's a really nice pen, if that's a portfolio, if that's a nice water bottle, if that's a nice shirt, if that's a nice cover for their screen, so that whenever they're doing virtual meetings, they can cover their camera up. Make sure that you're making this things that they might actually want or things that they might actually use. Don't send anybody anything that you wouldn't want. Because at the end of the day, if you don't want it, they don't want it either. But I would definitely say go ahead and show them those items ahead of time and let them know, hey guys, throughout the day when I ask you questions, you're more than welcome to choose from these items. Let me know which item you choose and I'll send it to you. Make sure that when they choose those items, you make a note of the items that they've chosen so that you can send the appropriate items to the correct people. Also, make sure that when you're sending these items to them, send them a nice little thank you card where you've written in it, perhaps with a company thank you card with the company's logo on it, that says, hey, thank you so much for being energized during new hire orientation. Thank you so much for attending. Thank you so much for being active. When people see that other people are being active in any scenario, they're going to join in and be active as well. So I would make this Q&A session between each presentation. And I would also give an opportunity for it to be one session where they're asking questions, make another session where they're answering questions. Change it up a bit. Variation definitely keeps folks' attention. So you want to make sure that you're changing it often. In addition to changing it often, change your presenters often. Don't have yourself being the only person that's talking the whole time. If you can help it, for those items when they're getting their email set up, they're getting the system set up, they're getting their different software set up, make sure to have someone from the IT department come in and do that presentation. For the parts where you're telling them all about the organization and where they work and what the history of the organization was, your mission, your vision, your values, make sure that you put a leader in. And I would choose someone in your C-suite. So that would be your CEO, that would be your COO, that would maybe be any type of position where that person is rarely ever seen. That gives them an immediate introduction to that person, and that makes them feel comfortable and connected from home. So I remember one time I did a conference online. This was the beginning of COVID, long before this whole variant situation came into play. And what I was so excited about is that we were able to have it done virtually. I was able to be in multiple rooms at a time. Luckily, I have a double screen, so I was able to be in the chat room at one point. There were giveaway rooms where we all did pictures of our pets at home or our favorite coffee or what have you. In the moment, we took those pictures, we uploaded those pictures, folks voted on those pictures throughout our time, and guess what? We were able to go ahead and win a prize at the end. So I want you to look into different softwares that you can use that will allow you to have virtual rooms. There's so many that are being created. Some are very new. And to be honest with you, some of these software companies are okay with doing it at no cost so that you can be their test dummy. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but guess what? In the future, they're probably going to charge for you to use that software. So it's a great time to go ahead and be that test company for that software so that you can see what it's like. Perhaps you have an IT department that's super integrative, and at the end of the day, they can integrate a whole new software that you can use. Maybe you can even make it personalized. So on this particular one that I was invited to, I was able to make myself into an emoji. I forgot the name that they call that, but I was able to make myself up just like I would like on my iPhone, and I can make myself sit into different conference rooms. I could wave at folks. I can smile at folks. It was awesome because at the end of the day, it was not boring. And I'm going to go ahead and let you know that that was a all-day conference. We were in that conference for 2 days, to be honest with you. 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. one day, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. the other. And I was never bored. To be honest with you, I never even wanted to leave my computer screen. And to be even more honest with you, it made it difficult for me to multitask and do other things. So you want to make sure that during your new hire orientation, folks are very engaged and that they're giving you their undivided attention. One way to do that is to catch their interest and keep their interest. Now, one super popular game that a lot of folks are using is Kahoot. I'm going to definitely show you guys just a tad bit of what Kahoot is like. But what I like about it is you can put in pre-questions ahead of time. Once you put those questions in, then you give an opportunity for each person to answer at that very moment. And everyone can see the results. It calculates points throughout the time. And at the end, you can give that person a gift for having the most points. This is not a sponsored video at all, but I highly suggest playing Kahoot. I'm in a group called the eBrand Club, and we play this on game night, and it's so awesome. It definitely keeps me in the rush. I can't for a second do anything else because you get more points the quicker you answer. So I'm going to tell you, include Kahoot. Make those questions all about the job that they're doing. Make those questions about the organization. Make those questions about their past experience. Make them fun questions as well. Make them easy questions. Make them hard questions. The great thing about these questions is that they can be ones that they choose from options that you give. They can type in answers. They can do true or false. It has such a good variation. I would highly suggest that you incorporate Kahoot in your new hire orientation. At the end of the day, don't ever be too afraid to go out there into your different network of HR professionals and ask them, hey guys, what are you guys doing different? I would say stay with different HR professionals who are working in your industry. Most times they already came up with a plan or a backup plan. So definitely ask them for those resources. Make sure that you always use networking in your life so that you can have resources in times just like this. So y'all, I just want to say thank you so much for watching another Hey HR video. If you want to know how to stay informed with all things HR, then definitely subscribe, hit the alerts, and hit the like. At worst, guys, please comment in below and tell me what exciting things are you guys doing to make new hire orientation a little less blah.